So we'll be starting.
Hello, everyone. I want to thank you all for coming out and welcome to our campaign, Mission Health. Health stands for helping everyone achieve level treatment in health. It was curated by me and my partners, Ajay and Rohanna. And I'm gonna pass it off to Ajay to introduce himself.
Okay, hello everybody, and thank you all for coming. And this is about all of our team members. And my name's Ajay. My pronouns are he, him. I was born and raised in Queens. I attend Townsend Harris High School, and my favorite hobby is reading. And I'll pass it to Abdul.
Hello, I am Abdoul. I was born and raised in the Bronx. I attend Urban Assembly Maker High School, which is located in Lower Manhattan near the One World Trade Center. And I love programming. And I'm gonna pass it off to Rohanna.
Hi guys, welcome and thank you for coming. My name is Rohanna and my pronouns are she and her. I was born and raised in the Bronx and I attend Syracuse High School and I like to sing, although I'm really bad at singing, so that's horrible. And next is Abdul.
So this is our logo. We have the universal health symbol in the middle of the heart. It represents the health symbol is in the middle because we want everything to be leveled and balanced and in the center. And we also have it in our heart to show how much we care for health. And I'm gonna pass it off to Rohanna.
Okay, this slide is about why we fight for this topic and I'm going to be going first. Although there are many immigrants that reside in the United States, they don't know about their rights, unfortunately. And although I am a citizen with a social security number, health insurance, and many more, I was interested in health justice because I think it's unfair for people not to be able to access health services, no matter where you are, who you are, what your social status is, etc. I believe you should have access to health services. And one of the reasons people don't have access to health services is because they don't know about the policies and rules that are in place that could maybe help them. So one of my goals was to inform immigrants and also inform myself about what's going on and how I can help. And next is Audrey.
And to me, having equal health resources within a country like the United States should be a basic human right. This is why it really surprises me that someone's income, immigration status, and location are some of the determining factors in who ends up being eligible to receive care for their health. Immigrants have been isolated from health services, information, and resources to live healthy lives for reasons that they have no control over. That is why I want to work with my team to close the barriers that are in the immigrants' way from receiving equal health services or resources and create a future that becomes more equitable when it comes to everyone's access to healthcare. And I'll pass it to Abdul.
I fight for this topic because healthcare is a big issue around the world. And if we want to improve the world, this is one of the things that requires fixing, which is why I can't sit back and do nothing. So I'm trying to be a part of the solution in New York. And hopefully that put us one step closer to solving the global health crisis. And it's like Dr. Seuss said at the end of the Lorax, unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. That's why I tried my best and worked so hard to be a part of the solution. I'll pass it off to Rohanna.
This is our mission statement. It's very simple. I'm going to read it. Our goal at Mission Health, helping everyone achieve level development in health, is to remove the barriers within NYC's healthcare system that discriminate against immigrants. We aim to educate immigrants of all ages on how to utilize medical resources that are available to them. Next is Audrey.
And here are some of the Mission Health's deliverables, and my team member Rohanna will be sending the link or account information in the chat while I talk about them. First is Instagram. We selected this platform because we understand that many people use this platform for many hours a day. And releasing our content on Instagram would allow us to reach many people and achieve more. And our Instagram account is mission_H.E.A.L.T.H. and H. And next is our email. And our email is also here for having people to be able to reach out to us for any reason, and us being able to provide information to those who need it. And our Gmail is mission.H.E.A.L.T.H@gmail.com. And next is our Linktree. This platform was chosen since it gives us the important ability to connect all of our content so it can be easier to access. And you can access it via linktr.ee/mission H3ALTH. And next on the slide is what our Instagram profile looks like, with the pictures on the left being our first post introducing our campaign and its members. And the picture on the right is our second post, which is the first containing informational content. And there will be more to come in the future relating to information about health. And this is our first video, and it's one of it came really recently, and it discusses some health insurance options in New York City. And here's a small snippet of the video.
Hey guys, this is Ajay from H.E.A.L.T.H, and here's the guide to health insurance options in New York City. There are many different ways to receive health services in New York City, which can sometimes be very confusing. But in this video, we will provide you with the information about some of the most common health insurance options in New York City and who can apply for them. Now let's get started. The first option that we will discuss is Medicaid, which is a government program provided to families with lower incomes and less resources. To qualify for Medicaid, you need to be a legal immigrant. However, if you are involved in an emergency situation, such as a pregnancy or severe health problems, and you are undocumented, you will be eligible to apply for Medicaid. Some other requirements are the children having to be under the age of 19 and the adults having to be under the age of 65.
Okay, and if you are interested in more of the information in the video, check out the link in the video put in the chat by my team member. And now I'll pass it on to Rohanna.
Hey guys, this is
My team and I also ended up making a flyer. One of the goals of this flyer was to give undocumented immigrants a way to get health insurance, because unfortunately there's not a lot of options for them. So we figured a way to work the system, I guess you would say, which is by ITIN number. So we did a research and we made steps showing how to get an ITN number. And then there's a health insurance plan named the indemnity plan that you can later sign up for after you have an ITN number. And next, moving forward. Our goal is to reach 35 followers on Instagram by the end of this month, and we are very close, so that's excited. But we're also gonna post stories on our Instagram whenever we find valuable information. We're gonna continuously add resources onto our Linktree, and me and my group came up with a calendar of who's gonna post on the Instagram. So I guess a rotation, I guess. And next. And that's it. Thank you for watching, and please let us know if there are any questions.
You can stop sharing screen so you can see everyone. Any Mohammed has hand raised?
Yeah, I had a question. First of all, your presentation was great. Were you the one that edited the video? The YouTube one, the one where you were talking?
Okay, so for the video, I'm real with you, I did no editing whatsoever.
Oh, wow.
The whole thing, the voiceover on the presentation was on Microsoft PowerPoint, so it was pretty easy just talking over it and just putting it to the slide. So yeah, it wasn't too hard making the video.
It was a great video. That's why I'm asking. It went so smooth.
Okay, we have Amisha and Jen.
I agree with what Mohammed said, and I think you guys did amazing. The video, the quality was amazing. Ajay, you sounded so clear. It kind of reminded me of when someone in Google, they speak like those Google speakers. But my question was, what was like the most shocking or surprising thing that you've learned about healthcare during your journey making this campaign and learning about healthcare?
Great question. Team members?
I'll go first. I guess for me, I remember when we first started this program and there was a survey about, the question asked if immigrants are able to get healthcare services. And I answered yes, which was like, I guess I didn't know better at the time, but like after doing my research and getting more workshops, I learned that that's not true. And that's just really crazy to me because I feel like, you know, health is one of the standards that you shouldn't have a boundary on or anything. So that was really shocking for me, learning that, you know, you can only have emergency Medicaid if you're an immigrant.
Ajay and Abdoul?
Well, I guess something for me was just like hearing stories from like immigrant families about like people with different health conditions like asthma and like diabetes and just not being able to like get treatment for it, and just hearing the stories about them having to struggle with it, being afraid of like going to receive help. It was just really shocking. It really just like pushed me forward more on wanting to like provide information about these type of topics.
For me, it was a bit more of an experience, like trying to do research for this topic. That's when you really like notice the barriers, because we had to like go to like the depths to like search for information on this topic, and we also had to ask Jenny for her family experiences, just to get enough research in order to create the campaign.
Yeah, a lot of word of mouth for this campaign, because when you're undocumented and you have a condition, it's like a hidden secret, the options that you have. So having to ask my stepfather, who's a person that has a lot of medical condition and was able to get access to health services, I had to like do a lot. We did a lot of, this group probably out of all the campaigns, you all did research, but this one was the most difficult to find because it's like, it's so hard. And this is why I'm so happy you guys did this campaign, because they're all US Americans, citizens, and they're caring about other people. It's like very heartwarming to know that you guys really care about people, regardless of immigration status. Yes, Jen?
So that was super awesome. I really liked the presentation, and I also really thought the video was amazing. And I was thinking those kinds of videos are really great on the internet right now, because that's what people are looking at. And so as you all should think about how you can get more people to watch that video and put it on YouTube and all that stuff, because I think that that was really, really terrific. I have two things. One is kind of a question and one is a little bit of feedback. But my question for you is, what do you think that COVID and what we've all just lived through over the past year and a half impacted your decision to do this project? Or do you think it was totally independent of COVID? Because I think COVID has brought to our attention the need for healthcare a little bit more, but I was just curious how that maybe impacted all of you in choosing the topic.
Well, I don't know about Ajay and Rohanna, but for me specifically, it was more independent.
Mm-hmm.
It had nothing to do with COVID.
I guess, yeah, I would say it's independent too. This sort of like relates to health justice that helped my campaign, but I remember I was watching the news and I was seeing all the unjust treatments that immigrants were getting when they were being sent back or put in cages and stuff like that. So I was kind of like thinking about how they feel, I guess. Hopefully that answers the question.
Yeah, no, definitely. I was just curious. Yeah.
And for me, I guess it's kind of different than my other group members. I feel like it like brought my attention a little bit more to like the whole like issue. It might have amplified my like my reasons for like joining this kind of issue to start a campaign over, because like with a specific disease like COVID just like really like impacting the world, and well, our campaign focuses more on like New York City, and I feel like hearing about people's different experience with COVID, it really just like speaks, it really just spoke to me about this type of issue and really wanted me to just bring help to the communities that are like struggling the most.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, that's just, it's really interesting to hear. And I think that healthcare is a really serious issue, as you know, because I also talked to you all about it in the beginning, because I feel very passionately about it as well. So I'm really, really excited to choose the topic. One thing if you are looking for additional resources or people to help give you more information, I'm happy to connect you to people who might have more information. And just one thing to be careful about when you talk about immigrants is it is different for different categories of immigrants. So undocumented immigrants, it's going to be different than it is for people who hold green cards and people who have other statuses here. So just one thing, you should be careful about that when you talk about immigrants in your presentation, because it could be different for different categories of immigrants. Just one thing to think about. Otherwise, I think it's amazing. I love the campaign and I'm really excited to see what you think about it.
Thank you. Any other questions for our Mission Health Group? Elise?
Hi there. Fabulous, by the way. So this is like a question comment. Did you look up to see if there were similar, like there's lots of organizations and some are similar. This seems really, like I know hundreds of organizations, this seems really different. I just wanted to know if that's part of your research, like you look to see there's something else out there that's doing what you're doing, which as an internship doesn't necessarily matter. It matters that you gain from it. And my other piece is, you know, we have now at Brooklyn College, it's only about 2 years old, the ISO office, Immigrant Student Success Office, run by Jesus Perez. So if any of you, and I'm on the committee, come to Brooklyn College, I could really see this sort of growing if you're planning to sort of stay with it. Jesus is fabulous and would embrace something like this. So that's sort of my question comment. Thank you.
All right, any members want to answer Lisa's question?
If I'm understanding the question correctly, you're asking if we were looking for any organizations that kind of merge with what we were doing. Is that what you're asking?
Yes, some ones that were already out there that seem to address the topics you were addressing.
Yes, I think so, because one of our missions or goals was to inform immigrants. So we were kind of trying to already look for resources that were available so that we can put it on our Linktree to help while also gathering information for our campaign. If that answers the question, hopefully.
Yeah, I think you guys have a very unique, you're coming from the framing is very unique from other, like I know you said about the resources, but the way in which you've sort of framed this, I think is quite different. Like kudos for doing that. So that was sort of my, you know, when you looked up, you go, oh, this does this, this is what we want to do, but we're gonna sort of say it this way. So, but thank you.